I live in Brooklyn in the Syrian community. My wife and children, my wife is Syrian and my children go to the Syrian yeshiva over there. We're part of that very special community. And the head of SBH, Sephardic B'kor Cholim, reached out to me. We met, and he took a liking to me and to my story. And he tells me, I see you're a man who's productive, but right now your hands are tied. And you're living in a hospital and you're not working. So I'm going to cut you checks every month for your mortgage and for your this and for your that. Beautiful. So he gave me a check for my mortgage, I remember, and from the supermarket. He gave me cards. He gave me a check. So a month or 2 months go by, and he calls me up. He goes, come to my house, I want to meet with you. I got very close to him. We spoke every day, and so I come to his house, and he lost it. He starts to scream and yell at me, and he's a hot-headed guy, very wealthy guy, and he started having it out, and he starts screaming and yelling at me. I said, okay, calm down. Okay, you speak, then I speak. And he's going crazy and this and that. So he tells me, why wouldn't you cash my money? What, my money's not good? It's not kosher money? Why wouldn't you cash those checks I gave you? So I tell him, I'll be honest with you. Because it's charity money, maybe this money will be better by somebody else who needs it more than me, because I will manage, and this. I started giving him all these answers. He goes to me, you're full of garbage. I said, what do you mean? He goes to me, you have a problem? What's my problem, he tells me? You have a big, fat ego. And because you have an ego, you cannot stand here and say, help me. You're refusing help because your ego, your image won't allow it. Because here is a guy that raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for organizations, and now he has to raise money for himself. Your ego is not allowing you to receive the money, so your Yetzer Hara is building up stories that someone else can use it better, this and that. I looked at him and I started to cry. And I said, Raymond, you're right. That's my problem. I wasn't facing it because a person doesn't see his own net. Every person in this room thinks they're the best person that God ever created. No one here thinks for a second they have anything they need to work on. They feel a shtickle guilty and all the time, and they just move on the next day afterwards like nothing happened, right? Okay, I'll speak for myself. So that's how I felt my whole life. Yeah, I'm perfect. I'm God's gift to the world. I am the best guy that God ever created. Every person thinks they're great. No one here thinks they really have a problem they need to work on. And they're so easy to blame their spouse and everything for everything's going on wrong in their life. Our ego doesn't allow us to see our faults and our shortcomings. And I started to cry because I told him, you helped me realize something so great. I am a Baal Gaiva. And I do have a fat ego. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I'm cashing those checks. I went to Bank of America 9 o'clock the next morning, and I was saying Tehillim with my mask on, and I was crying. Because I said, Hashem, thank you for this opportunity to allow me to break my ego. I don't know why I need to break my ego, but if that's your will, I'm going to do it. And I felt good because I felt bad. I felt good because I'm about to break a midah. I don't feel good taking someone's money, but I feel good to cash those checks because I know that's my medicine right now. And after a few months of doing this, and I had zero ego left to myself, I realized that I'm finally free. What stops us from growing? What gets us insulted when someone says something about us? What is it that we can't sleep at night because what does that one think about me? What does my boss think about me? What does my coworker think about me? What does my friend, what does my spouse, what does my mother think about me? It's all ego issues. But when you have no ego, I don't care what you think about me. If you're not marrying my daughter, I don't care. If you're not paying my bills and you're not marrying my child, I couldn't care less what you think about me. I only care what my Creator thinks about me. That's all I care about. Because now you don't have a relationship with people with your ego anymore. You have a relationship with your Creator. So I never understood a year and a half ago why Hashem did this to me. He made me so... Not enough I live in Gullus. Not enough I live in a hospital. Not enough I don't get to learn Torah with my sons. Not enough I don't keep Shabbos. I haven't kept Shabbos normally in 2 years almost. Because living in a hospital, I have to be on call, on demand, and running to 7-Eleven to buy ISIS, to buy this, to buy that. Friday night. Not enough that my dignity was stripped. Now I have to take money from people. Little did I know then That's the greatest thing Hashem did for me in the whole thing. If I can say right now, the greatest thing Hashem did to me throughout the 2 years and change I lived in exile is that Hashem smashed my ego, because now that I'm a free man, I appreciate 3-day Yom Tov. I had the best Shavuos I had in my life. I had the best Pesach. I felt really free on Pesach. You know why? Because last year Pesach, I didn't know where I'm headed. This year Pesach, I'm a year later with so much bracha in my life. I have a baby boy that was born on my daughter Shloshim. All right? That's right. On my daughter Shloshim, the same time my daughter died, my son was born. Okay? And my wife was attached to the same machine that my daughter was attached to, with the making that noise with the IV. I didn't even call the nurse. I knew exactly how to manage the machine. And I was crying when my wife gave birth, because I said, 30 days ago, I was holding my daughter, who passed away in my arms. And now 30 days later, I'm holding my boy that came to me in my life on her Shloshim. And the Gemara tells us that a boy that's born during the year of mourning, it takes away all the mourning from the family. And that's exactly what happened. Okay? I have a parnasa. I work. I made a campaign you all know about for my daughter, for the Sefer Torah and the Bet Midrash. And I stood in my shul on Erev Pesach, and I was crying. I'll tell you the truth. I had tears of joy, and I said, I have to say to Hashem right now, thank you 100 times, because I could have been right now in a mental institution. And I'll tell you why. As long as my daughter was alive, I had no choice but to be on my game. I didn't have any choices. The doctor told me how my daughter's going to leave this world. I go back into the room. I have a big smile on my face. My daughter's like, what did the doctor talk to you about? And I lied. So yeah, we're going to maybe transfer you. They're going to put you on a new medication, which is very hopeful. I lied to her till the day she died. And the day she died, I told her the truth. And that was my last conversation with her, because I had to. I just couldn't, I had to come clean. But I remember I had to be upbeat. I had to be on my game, right? After she passed away, after everyone came and nebuch to me in my house, Shiva and all that stuff, after the holiday, she died in Erev Rosh Hashanah, all of a sudden I get thrown back into society. And everybody moves on, because that's nature. And now I'm stuck in this world all by myself. I got to jump on the treadmill and get on my game like everybody else. With all this pain I'm experiencing, now I have choices. Now I could fall into depression and no one could stop me. It's so easy to slip right into depression because of my story, and walk around like a victim and tell people, nebuch me, give me $1,000. I can't work because my daughter just passed away. Everybody would have gave me money, right? Easiest way to make money. But do that for a year, I would have been in a mental institution, banging my head in some padded room in some institution. Or I could be standing in front of you tonight, I told all my members, with a gorgeous Sefer Torah, silver one, in this Aron Kodesh right here, which we raised money for. And to make this beautiful Bet Midrash, which I made a gorgeous, stunning Bet Midrash in Brooklyn, with wallpaper, chandeliers, nice, beautiful, walnut wood work in there, nice carpets, and great members. The fact that I could stand here tonight and say that I made a Beis Medrash, and all the good things Hashem done for me, most importantly, He gave me a baby boy on my daughter Shloshim. My wife gave birth 3 months ago to a baby girl. Yes, thank you. It's a girl, relax. And a boy? Okay, great. Girl, oh wow. Yeah. It's a good thing your husbands aren't here tonight. You would hear that. Whoa, it's a mazal tov. It's a girl, relax. I have 3 sons who learn all day and night. I have a parnasa. I'm making money. Most importantly, I have the zchus to teach Torah. For that, I give shevach v'aydah to Hashem. And you know why I believe I'm lucky? And no one will stand here and tell you all his good fortunes, because ayin hara. You can't even make an ayin hara on me. You know why? I'm not afraid to say it. I did nothing to earn it. Hashem gives it to me because I made a Kiddush Hashem. The Kiddush Hashem I made is that I was firm. I did not lose my composure. I said thank you to Hashem when I could have easily been bitter. I exercised my pain to turn it into purpose. I took my pain, and no one here should experience what I've experienced. I suffered tremendously. But I had the zchus to take my pain and turn it into purpose, because I surrendered, because I raised my hands to Hashem. I said, you're in control. You're going to take me where I need to be. I'm okay with everything you're doing to me and my family, because I know it's the greatest thing in the world what you're doing for me. And because of that, I'm lucky to be where I am right now in my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Nothing bothers me. I don't seek honor. I don't care for honor. I don't care for my title. I don't care for anything. I'm doing something right that's allowing the bracha to rest upon me and my family. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a show-off. I make a decent living for my family, and I have nachas for my sons who learn all day and night. And my family is growing. Can I know I have 10 kids? 9 surviving kids and 1 in Shemayim, that's right. And growing. Because I am taking advantage of the bracha Hashem sent in my life.